What did one wall say to the other? I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, I know they're still bad, but don't forget to comment below. Let me know what you guys think about my jokes. Suggest any jokes that you want me to tell. Also, don't forget to let me know what topics you like me to cover when it comes to cricket and your kids. Without further ado, let's get it. Now, let's talk about club cricket and why it will never die out. Club cricket is where high school kids go to toughen up, varsity kids go to redeem themselves, and old ex-players go to enjoy themselves and get away from the stresses of being an adult. Basically, club cricket has served as a rehab facility for men forever. It's a place where men can be men. They can play hard, talk trash, get a little bit of advice, and build a brotherhood that will last a lifetime. That's why every father that's ever played cricket has gotten their son into a club quite early in their lives. Now, men have done this for several reasons. For one, it gives their sons an edge over their school counterparts. You mature a lot faster, you develop a thicker skin, you develop the ability to handle pressure early in your life, and it's a good thing to know that a guy with a pot belly can score more runs than you. Okay, for those that don't know, there are three types of cricket clubs. Number one, you get a competitive club. These are the clubs that are dedicated to winning leagues, maintaining brand value, and ensuring that sponsors get their money's worth. Here are some you may know. This is where you go to redeem yourself from a less than impressive under-19 cricket week. Generally, these clubs have a connection in the unions. They are known for developing players who need a little bit of extra time to mature, and even incubating young players who wanted to finish their education before going and taking on their professional career. If you need help finding one in your area, leave a message below and I'll send you a few that you can choose from. Number two, we've got social clubs. These clubs are for older guys, and like I said in the beginning, who use the game to get away from the stresses of being an adult, build a brotherhood, and get some advice around some of the things they may be going through. Now, these clubs aren't too interested in winning the league. It's about going out on the weekend, having a good time, having a couple beers, and really enjoying the game that they all loved in their youth. And the third kind of club is a blended club. It's a combination between a competitive club and a social club. So there is a piece of development for young players who really want to pursue their career, and a second piece of old bullies who really want to have a good time and enjoy their weekend and put their feet up. If you're a single mom and you're looking for some male guidance for your son, but aren't too interested in getting into a romantic relationship in order to get that done, the best thing you can do is get your son into a cricket club. Talk to either the head coach or someone in the committee and just let them know why you're bringing your son into the club in the first place, and I promise you they'll look after him going forward. It's like having 20 older brothers and uncles walking your son into adulthood. It's great, try it. And along with that, you also get to enjoy moments like these. And some others like these. Now, more about the boys. For those that didn't get picked for SA schools or even Colts, Premier League cricket stats are often used to forge a career overseas. For registered player agents, just go here. And as you can see, there's plenty of them. And once you've got your weight up, you can then join a provincial academy, and if you're good enough, eventually the senior side. From there, the sky's the limit. What you do with it is completely up to you.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
With all that being said, there is a dark side to club cricket. Traditions such as excessive drinking after games and then expected to drive home. And as we've seen in the SJN hearings, we also have unions that are stifling developing clubs that are looking to grow the game in the more underprivileged areas. Those hearings are starting to result in actions like these. Now, On a slightly sober note, men's mental health is a real thing. Considering that, according to the Men's Foundation, a man dies every 80 minutes from suicide in South Africa. 510,000 men die every year from suicide globally. That's almost one a minute. I don't know about you, but every time I hear about a mate, someone else's mate who took their own life, I can't help but think, could we have helped them figure it out? I lost a young male cousin of mine to suicide about 2 years ago. I couldn't help but think to myself, but I know this kid, I grew up with him, and if ever he was in a bind, I assumed he would know he could come to me and I would step in. But after looking at my own life, I realized that I was also too busy looking after my family, my responsibilities at work, and did the typical male thing. Every man for himself, right? Let the strong survive. Now, I'm lucky enough to have an old friend of mine from primary school who I can talk to and air out some of the mess that goes on in my own head. And obviously, he talks to me too. So, is it really let the strong survive? Or is it let the supported survive? Now, I know this episode is a bit heavy, but I think it needs to be in order for us as gents to really consider what our circles look like. What does this have to do with club cricket, you might ask? Well, everything. Now, beyond the career possibilities, the politics, and the redemption stories, club cricket allows you to spend hours with other men who could help you unpack what's going on in your head. I've had so many conversations on the sideline of a cricket field, from why a mate decided to get a vasectomy, how to deal with toxic managers at work, their daughters starting to date so we need to keep an eye on them, men needing to say no to their mothers in order to save their marriages, all the way to figuring out what phrases should make you run if you ever hear a woman say them in a club. Marriages, relationships, careers, you name them, have all been saved off the side of a cricket field. So you ask me why club cricket will never die out? It's because once you join, you're a part of a circle. You're a part of a brotherhood that helps you figure out whatever's going on in your head and lets you know that you're not alone. So, to all the legends out there playing club cricket, for whatever reason, we have a crop of young boys coming into our ranks every year, seeking not just to develop their game, but also trying to figure out how to navigate life as a man. So open up your ranks, be hard on them, but also teach them that although life has no mercy on men, talking and reaching out is how we all decompress and soldier on. For more on men's mental health, go to the Men's Foundation at www.mensfoundation.co.za, or for more immediate help, call their lifeline on 0861 322 322. You can see their details below, but don't sit there quietly thinking you're alone, carrying it all on your own, when you've got brothers out here ready to help you carry the load. From the groundsman, I'll see you next week.